What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Today we're hopping into Absolute Flash issue number 6, and I actually really enjoyed this issue. While most of them have been feeling kinda slow, it's been taking Absolute Flash a while to really get to the point. This one's nice because it's giving us some great character development. It's helping us understand where the rogues come from in this universe. And so our story is going to start us off 6 months ago. We pick up in Oklahoma and we have Boomerang. He's out here causing some trouble. We find him getting thrown out of a bar. And when he gets up to his feet, this is where he finds Colonel West. And Captain Boomerang, this is prior to him being Captain Boomerang. Just Captain Harkness at this time. But he's wondering, what the hell are you doing here? Why would Colonel West be showing up here, this hole-in-the-wall place? And that's because Colonel West is beginning some recruitment. The two of them, they got history. He tells Boomerang that I know there's nothing I can say that's going to make things different on how things ended in Syria. It's not going to make life easier. You can't go on living and it's going to be hunky-dory. But what I can do is offer you something new. An opportunity to wipe your record clean. This is your chance at a second life. The only thing is about it, I can't guarantee you're going to make it out alive. But I can promise you that if you do, you'll get to fly some of the newest and meanest birds that you've ever seen. At this point, he's got really nothing else going for him. He's got nothing else going on. So he signs on. He's like, why not? Might as well at this point. Now, that night, we pick up and we have Colonel West is trying to call Wally. This is all taking place in the past. So, Wally hasn't had everything happen to him yet. And we can see that Colonel West, him and his son, they're not close. And his dad is always traveling. He's always doing something. Working for the military, doing this research. Just doesn't have time for a kid. This is what takes us over to Cottonwood Falls, Kansas. This is what takes us to Leonard and Lisa. Now, Leonard's coming inside and he's wondering if Lisa's home. But he finds her with what appears to be alcohol and pills, and she just passed out. It's obvious things are really rough for her. But when a knock hits the door, it's Colonel West. Now, the two go outside, they have a beer, and they talk about what's going on. Now, he thought that having Lisa here, he thought it might be good for her. Might keep her out of trouble. But even with nowhere to go, even in a wheelchair, she still finds herself getting worse. But he knows Colonel West isn't here to talk about all the great veteran programs that they have for wounded veterans. Everything that happened in Syria pretty much took them off the Army's Christmas list. I mean, at this point, they're lucky that they're not in jail. But Colonel West, he's here with an offer. One that could make things right for the both of them. So while they continue on that discussion, we pick up later on that evening. Outside the hotel room, we have something going on. That something is Jesse. Jesse knew that it was a matter of time before it came for all of them. Jesse just simply decided that they were going to keep trackers in all of them to say 2 steps ahead. And they're just like, really, Trickster? Like, out of all the people, you're the one to put a tracker on us. But this does save them a trip. They were going to go see her next in New Mexico anyway. In this situation, Jesse is just very skeptical. You want to send us on another mission. What kind of mission would the Army offer a unit of court-martialed disgraced soldiers who went rogue and took a bribe from a foreign government? That mission, of course, one no one in their right mind would actually take. That's the mission that he's offering. A mission so secret, no one will even ever know about it. Meaning if you die, no one's ever gonna know what happened. And if you don't die, that's where the real fun is gonna begin. This is what takes us over to Fort Fox, Colorado. They make their way into the facility, and this is where they meet Barry Allen. He introduces them to Project Olympus. With the help of Dr. Thawne, they're planning to run some new experiments. They're using the most cutting-edge advancements in physics and engineering to push the very limits of human potential. But they're not talking about making super weapons. They're working on advancements that will kind of untether humankind. But they're not making weapons for them. In everything that they're doing, they're gonna make them into weapons. As they start exploring the lab, they're seeing everything that they're doing, from the legs to the wings to the technology. Even Jesse looking at this technology and has to wonder, this isn't any technology that I've ever seen, so where did it come from? And on this, Barry Allen, he stays silent. But we get a glimpse of the Mojave Desert in 1944. We pick up with Thawne and Jay Garrick. Now, this is a Thawne from the past, more than likely the grandfather or father of the Thawne that we see today. And in this, they're manipulating or messing with the same energy force that we saw that took away Barry Allen. At this point, we have to assume that this is the Speed Force. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But what we see is Jay Garrick getting pushed into the energy. And then back in present time, Barry Allen just saying that where this technology came from is classified. Now, Colonel West, he goes on to say that if you want my people to volunteer for this program, you might want to give them a little more information. But Barry Allen, he says that your people, they don't have any choice. This is exactly why we chose your team and you. He tells them, sign the waivers and we're gonna make you into gods. Or you guys can decide to go to prison for the rest of your lives and you can be deemed traitors. The choice is really up to you guys. This is what picks us up in present day. Colonel West discovering everything that he found. Alien ships, alien beings being kept in containment. All of this being kept secret from him, and now he's wondering, what the hell have I done? He calls his son. He calls Wally and he says, I know that you're probably not going to hear this, but I think I made a mistake. But I need you to know that whatever happens next, what happened to your mother, it wasn't your fault. Not in any way, shape, or form. That she loved you. She loved you, and so do I. This is when Wally picks up the phone. He says that he's scared, that something happened to him. And Colonel West, he tells his son that it's okay to just tell me where you are and I'll come get you. That we'll find a way together. We'll fix things. But that's when a bag goes over his face. Because Dr. Thawne, she's the real one in charge. Bagging him up, zip tying his hands, breaking the phone. Colonel West has no idea who he is working with. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This one was a really good issue. We're finally not only getting some understanding of who the rogues are before all of this happened, but we're also getting a little bit of a plot push. First and foremost, we're learning that the rogues, they were all a military unit working together, and some kind of operation in Syria, it caused them to go sideways. They went rogue, they accepted a crap ton of money, and they got caught up for it. For whatever reason, they didn't go to prison, but now they don't really have anywhere else to go. Because of this, it made them the prime candidates. Give them augmentations. Make them superhuman. Give them the ability to become more. Now, Barry Allen in this, he came off kind of like a dick. If I'm gonna be completely honest, Barry Allen, he came off like he cared more about the science and the experimentation than the actual lives of the people. But what we do know so far is that both Jay Garrick and Barry Allen, they've both fallen into this Speed Force energy, if that's what we want to call it. And it seems that neither of them have been seen ever since. Now, it's possible they're stuck in the Speed Force and that Wally West might be able to drag them out. But we have to remember that this dark side verse, if you will, this absolute universe, it's a darker reflection. And so while we might be waiting and expecting for something good or great to happen, this might only end in nothing more than tragedy. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything going on with Absolute Flash or the Absolute Universe, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this videos. It's going to get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Kind of like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, a bunch of different perks, a bunch of different options. If you can't do that, the free option, subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.